Hello everybody, welcome back to RC on Track. Today's video, episode, where you want to call it, is the Volterra being completely upgraded as far as electronics go. We're going to put in a super fast motor. The motor size, on my eyeballs here, it's a 540, 3930 kV, so it shouldn't have the problems of, well, one, getting wet, and then two, it shouldn't destroy the clutch. So we're going to go ahead and try it out and see what we got. I don't know if it has enough torque to run a crawler. It should. We're going to run a 2-cell LiPo through it. I know I told you guys not to buy these or use these. This one right here, taking it all the way apart and found the fried parts, took them out, found good parts in another one, put it back together, works. We're going to use it. Unfortunately, it's what we got, so we're stuck with it. I'm going with the blue products, the blue colored products, to match up with the shocks, because I think it'll look nice with some color. My biggest problem is the length of the ESC's cord that goes to the receiver. I don't know how this is going to work out for me, but we're going to have to try making it work. There is really no way for me to extend this. I don't have an extension to it, so I'm going to probably have to figure something out. I don't know what, but we're going to get it done for you guys. So this is the Volterra. It's a ECX Horizon Hobby car. I don't really like it. I got it in a loot deal, and I'm not going to say no to a good opportunity, so I bought it. After putting it together and running it, it's just too long for my liking. Needs wheel spacers because it's top heavy, and we'll get the wheel spacers later on down the road. But for now, we're going to, like I said, put these electronics in and see how it performs. Updates. Rock bouncer. The axles that I bought are absolutely junk. The replacement axles that I were hoping would work actually broke. The factory replacement axles break every single time. I absolutely recommend you guys getting some portal axles, or just spending more money than I did on those style of axles. I reached out to Amazon. Now listen up to this. I reached out to Amazon. I bought those things quite a while ago, and I told them the whole situation from start to finish. How I'm building an Amazon rock bouncer exclusively off Amazon. How every part and piece came from, etc., so forth. I said, so when I first started the car up and tried to use it, it immediately broke the drive shafts. So I bought new ones and threw the old drive shafts in the junk box. I said to him, after replacing the drive shafts, I got a couple of runs out of it, brought it in the garage, tried to drive up on some boxes, and the axle shafts broke. Replaced them, they broke again. Replaced them with something else, and it broke again. And I just told them they're absolutely junk. There's no reason to even sell them. So they refunded me my money, for one, and I'm also a Prime member, so that actually helps out. So if you're shopping Amazon, pay the freaking couple dollars a month for the Prime membership. I think it's $6 a month for Prime. It's absolutely worth it. You get worry-free shopping, worry-free returns. It's free returns. There's no arguing what's wrong. If it's wrong, then send it back and we'll reimburse you your money, or send you the exact same product as a replacement. So with that being said, I went ahead and bought some portal axles last night, or this morning. I don't remember. It's early for me. And then after buying the portal axles, I was paying out, paying for them so I can get on with my day, and I saw like $68 total, and then the page changed on me. I said, wait a minute. So I go back in, and they give me my money back. They gave me a 60-something dollar gift certificate. Who does that? Can you go to the hobby shop and buy something and say, hey, this broke, and it's crap, and I've been having problems ever since I bought it, and I come to you every single day of my life, and I buy all my RC stuff from you. Can I get it replaced? One, it's going to be an argument. Oh, you did this, you did that, and then they won't give you a gift certificate and your money back. That's for sure. So yeah, Amazon, man, like you can say I'm being a corporate butt kiss or whatever. I'm not. I absolutely respect the fact that my money is secure with this company. Big shout out to them. They actually perform for me. I have no bad things to say. Sometimes you order something that's crap and you got to send it back. Big deal. They're just a corporation running these little stores, and the little stores are responsible for getting you good products. Amazon's responsible for making sure your money's safe, and that's what they did for me in this case. So when our new portal axles come in for the bouncer, you guys will be the first to know about it. We'll do a whole shoot on the installation of those portal axles. Yeah, so that's the end of that conversation. So let's get back to the Volterra here. The first thing I think we should just do is pick out a pinion gear. Now, I know if I go with like a 25 tooth or a 32 tooth, I might be slipping the clutch a lot. So we're going to go with what was in it. And I don't know what that is because it's in this box. So let's get this old motor out real quick and see what we were running originally. That's not it. And of course the numbers are on the back of the gear. I couldn't take this gear off because it's stuck on the shaft because the set screw is crap and stripped out. I wish companies could make a better set screw for all of us on the planet, because these guys strip out all the time. Maybe just something different, something that's not going to strip out, you know what I'm saying? So we'll match the gear up. I got these gears, and we will go from there. I just got to locate what side of this box my gears are in. Yeah, excuse me, a box over here. I could show it to you if you want, but it's just a box. It's actually a parts separation case. And where are my gears? Uh-oh. I know I got a whole box of gears. Yeah, there they are. Alright. Show you guys something else. 19 tooth gear in this set, stripped out. I was going to send it back. Amazon said, no, just keep it. Throw the broken gear away. I saved the broken gear. It's inside this bag, inside the bag. And they give me the rest of these gears for free. I think that's pretty cool. I know there's a lot of you guys out there who dislike Amazon, but I'm sorry for your misfortunate problem that you had. If you're a Prime member and you order Prime stuff, worry free. If you're a Prime member and you order stuff that isn't on Prime, they reach out to the store to replace your product. If they refuse to replace your product, they'll refund you your money. Amazon will. If the product is discontinued, they'll refund you your money. They give the stores opportunity to be forthright with you. If they're not, Amazon steps in and you're covered. Again, just a real cool experience I've had over the last few hours with these guys. So, what gear am I going to use out of this pile here. There's one. So I got a gear here that looks to be identical to the one that's on the motor. We'll match it up and see. We'll run it across our spur gear, make sure we're not getting any chatter. And it is a 17 tooth. Yeah. Smooth. I like that. That's perfect. Now, I'm sitting here thinking in my head, you know, why not go with a bigger gear just to try it out? If I can make the Volterra faster, maybe it'd be a little bit more fun for me. It's got a good braking system to it. It's slower than slow, so I just don't want to smoke this clutch that's in it. It's got a two-sided paper clutch. Unfortunately, that's what crawlers come with. And I bought this other transmission for the bouncer, and I was like, man, who puts cardboard in a clutch? What's this crap? You know. And the truth be said, that thing just kept slipping. It wouldn't even work. So I took a original T-Max spur gear and I cut it down with a Dremel and just took the clutch out of it, and I placed it in there. It doesn't slip at all. I get all of my torque because it is a rock bouncer. I'm not looking for any slippage unless it's, you know, like a sudden stop. And so that's why I went with that style of a clutch system for the bouncer. This thing, I let the kids play with it mostly, so, you know, it's kind of one of those things. Do I make it faster or not? I don't know. Hit that comment box up right there. You tell me what you think. I'm going to put the 17 tooth in for now. You guys hit the comment box. Let me know if you want to see it go faster. If you do, we'll put a bigger gear in there. I got all the way up to a 25 or a 27 tooth. And we'll use one of those if you guys would like to see it go faster. All right. So for now, 17 tooth. And we need a set screw. Got a new motor in for the T-Max. It's a Super Pass product. I don't know where it's sitting for some reason. Did I put it back in the? Yeah, it's back in the box. What did I do with the box? Anyways, it's a freaking. It's a nice little motor. Typically used on 1/8 scale car for a smaller motor for a 1/8 scale, because the 1/8 scale Creighton has that huge spectrum in it, and the Creighton is faster than my T-Max. I found that out yesterday running it out in the backyard, just having a blast with it. Finding the flaws on the car that actually suck, and we'll get into that when the parts come in, and I explain to you why I bought the parts I bought and why that particular part of the car is just flawed. And so that's a later video. You definitely need to tune in for that. You need to subscribe. You need to hit the notification bell so that you know what's going on with the Creighton, with the Volterra, with the Muscle Flame WL Toys car, with the bouncer, you know, so on and so forth. You hit the bell, you know what I'm doing, what I'm using, and I'm getting a little bit more detailed with you guys so that you know exactly specs, what's going on. You know, I've watched some videos. There's a lot of guys out there, you know, that work for Traxxas and other companies. They're very intuitive. They tell you every detail. But the things that you don't see with those guys is other products being used. You see them using, you know, if it's a Traxxas people, they're using Traxxas stuff. If it's Horizon Hobby, they're using Horizon Hobby stuff, period. There's just a couple guys out there that are doing videos like this, and I like to believe that I'm going to be one of those people that continue to do this. Here's our motor for our T-Max real quick. And it is waterproof. So they say it's a 3660 waterproof motor, 4-pole, 3800 kV. So this guy is supposed to have really good torque, be waterproof, and all that good stuff like that. So we're going to put that in there and get rid of the old motor. The old motor got wet. Another waterproof motor, it got wet and shorted out. I'm hoping this one doesn't. That's why I bought that particular one. Is one, it looks nice, color matches with my shocks, and I'm hoping that it's waterproof like they said, because the first thing I'm going to do is go through wet grass. It's raining. Go through mud puddles. If it shorts out, then I'll send it back. Got it from Amazon, I'll get my money back, or another motor, or so on, you know. So just know that. All right. So the 17 tooth is actually going to be bigger than this other gear here. This other gear's got to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like a 13 or smaller, maybe even a 12. Very small gear. So, and it had a 35T, which is 35 turn motor, brushed. I know you brush guys out there love your brushed motors, but hit a mud puddle, go through some wet grass, and then you tell me how much you like your brushed motor, because you know just as well as I do you can't, and when you do, they're done. This one's seen a little bit of water. It's not done. We will save it for a spare motor just in case we burn one up when we're out camping or whatever, running the cars out in the wilderness, you know. Motor time. I still haven't drinking all my chai tea. I want pinky. Very good stuff right there. I've been drinking that tea for about 4 years now. I quit drinking coffee. I'll have a cup of coffee every once in a while, but it has to be loaded with sugar and more sugar and some syrup, and then some white chocolate and more sugar. All right, so we're going to mount the motor. We got to mount the gear to the motor. I know that some of you guys watch these videos and you're like, man, this guy's kind of dry, it's kind of boring. Well, I'm not a yelling, screaming YouTuber person. It's not a vlog of my life or doing stupid things. It's just particularly RC car stuff. I may have shot a cloudy video and this weird looking black potato bug. The thing was creepy. I flicked it away from me. I thought I killed it first, and I felt bad. And then I went over and I videoed it, and I thought I was like, man, I must have killed it or knocked it out. I touched it with a leaf, and it took off running. Over here underneath my shelf, I saw a huge one. It had to be a female. In the insect world, the males are typically smaller than the females. So this thing was trying to make way to the female, and so instead of deterring him, squashing him, or throwing him outside, I coerced him to go back on his trail and send him to his mating grounds, where he's going to probably get eaten. I don't know, because I'm not a insect person to the core or anything, but I'm pretty sure that bug's getting eaten after he's done. Alright, so now you're just going to put a set screw in your pinion gear, in your pinion gear. And after you do that, you're going to put it in. I got to put a little Loctite on it. I've learned a valuable lesson over the last few years. If you don't put Loctite on your set screw, it's going to back out from torque. I like leaving a little puddle of Loctite in a bottle cap so that it solidifies a little bit, so that it dries quicker. And I actually saw a guy do that, and I'm like, well, doesn't that run it? And he uses it, and it worked fine, so I was like, okay, I'll do that. Now don't tighten your gear set screw down all the way yet. Wait till you get your motor in position. The Volterra has enough room through this flange here, the motor mount, for the gear to be already assembled to the motor, and it'll come through. And the reason why you don't want to tighten it all the way down yet is because you got to put the motor on, and you want to make sure your gear is sitting flush with your spur gear. You reiterate that. Let me re-say that. You want to make sure your pinion gear is sitting flush to your spur gear. And the reason why is you're not trying to destroy your spur gear. Because the Volterra spur gear is plastic stock. They do make metal replacement ones. Suggest you get one if you got a Volterra and you're building it. Or if you burn up your spur gear, you definitely want to replace it with a metal one. I'm not in no hurry to put a metal gear in it, so we're just going to use what we got. Alright. So the motor sits in like that. Put a couple screws in it, and we'll be good to go. I think this is like the worst part for me is doing this part, because you got one screw that has to go underneath behind a 4-link mount, and then the top one's really easy to get to, but that bottom one's a pain. And of course, I do not know where my Allen screw. Where is it? Where did you go? Okay, that's weird. Oh, there it is. Misplaced my Allen bit. I left it in the drill that I used to strip out screws. So I'm hoping I don't have to take the receiver out of this box. I like to keep it in there, keep it waterproof. If I end up having to take it out, it'll just be temporary while I wait for the extension cable to come in. And then we'll put it back in the box. But until then, I'm hoping that I have enough wire to come up inside this box. I know I don't have enough wire to wrap on the chassis back into the box, or the frame for this matter, so we're going to have to run over the top and hopefully stay away from the spur gear and the pinion gear and all that stuff. So wow, that's going to be freaking fun to put in, man. React. Like I said, this is going to be a pain. What the heck? Gotta put my eyeballs on, I can't see. Hey, Corinne?
Yeah?
Will you hand me one of these, this little flathead screwdriver?
Oh, yeah. The girls are being loud.
The one behind that short one.
Behind...
Front. Right here, this corner, that one, yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. Like I said, this is going to be a pain here. There it is. Come on. All right, so we're getting the, oh wow, oh, that hurt. Okay, so we're getting the motor mount screws in, and after we get this portion done, we'll go ahead and tighten up that pinion gear to the motor. Feels pretty good. A little tight, maybe take a little out of it. Definitely gonna have to get a different Allen wrench out. So we got that on. Now let's go ahead and position our pinion gear. Turn this around so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so you don't want your pinion gear sitting behind your spur gear. So you want to make sure it lines up with the teeth. You can either get it set in the center of your teeth or flush to the front of the pinion gear here. So that's what we're going to do. Get it flush. Or center. And of course, I'm blind, so all right, that's good. That's good right there. So now we need to tighten that guy up. Like so. All right, we're just about done. Let's get these electronics in, and then we'll put the battery in it and see what it's going to do. If it's going to do anything or not. So I tested this after rebuilding it, and it works. So see how long it's going to work for. These guys are absolutely junk. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is plug my wires in, which is really excellent that they're color coded so you don't have to mess with it. So I have absolutely no way to mount this thing other than hot glue or zip ties or whatever. So I'm going to use my Gorilla hot glue to set this thing in place. The glue hasn't failed me. This thing's not going to be jumping 20 feet in the air. It should hold fine for a long time, so I'm not going to sweat it. I wish this thing had a dust cover on it though, I'll tell you that. I don't like catching rocks in the gears, so if yours has a dust cover, definitely put it back on. And then we have enough cord to come over the top into our box, which is excellent. Really like that. Will you get the hot glue gun and plug it in, Chris? So yeah, we're just about done with this video. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll just, we got to remount our little light bar that we created. It goes underneath and it just kind of lights up the ground at night when you're running it at night. Where's another stick of that stuff? Wow. Here we go.
Is this the Gorilla Glue?
Yeah. Now, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I mention my products, where I get my products from, because they work for me, and I share that with you guys so you get the knowledge of what is going on. Use whatever glue you want. I don't care. I use this Gorilla Hot Glue. 1, if I take it back off, it'll come back off. 2, it hasn't failed me since I bought the stuff, so I'm going to continue using it. And then as far as shopping goes, you know, hey, where'd you get those shoes? I got them from Ross. Where are you going? To Ross. For what? Those shoes, you know? So that's why I tell you guys where I get my products. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. But it is what it is. So as soon as this glue gun heats up here, we'll get back to it. While we're waiting, what else do we got going on? We got our new axles for our slash coming in today. I went ahead and ordered a set that I'm pretty sure they're not going to work. Here, let me use it if it's already hot.
I think it's too hard still.
See, that's why I don't do that. It's all over everything.
Oh my gosh. Don't use my sweaters around.
There we go, it's coming out. So,
It's gonna dry.
yeah, it's pretty warm still. There it goes.
You just glued your glasses.
Oops. Alright, so I'm going to put this... Uh-oh. Gotta hurry, it's going to dry. This just like that.
There, got all the excess.
Now after it sets for a second, I should be able to pick the whole car up by just the ESC here. We'll
I gotta lift this off onto my finger. It doesn't burn.
We'll go ahead and try doing that after it
Is
dries
that
here.
oil or water? Is that oil?
That's
or
the
water?
Gorilla hot glue right there. That's how well it works. That's why I'm using it. Works good, huh? All right, so we need to plug in the ESC to the receiver. The last time I ran a wire over the top of the spur gear, it was in a T-Max, and it freaking fell in there and ripped it apart. So my only concerns with this is just the ESC alone. I know they're junk, and I just hope it lasts for a while, like maybe this time next year or something would be nice, because I get tired of buying stuff that doesn't work or breaks. That one's only 80 amps. I thought that was a 120. I might have put a 120 circuit in it though, so pretty sure I did. All right. So out there spraying this thing off with a water hose. Got a little wet. We need a napkin real quick. I think this thing would have a rubber seal in it. Hope it doesn't fry. That'll be highlight of my morning. So this is cool. This wire, or it's not cool. Or wait, yeah, it is cool. All right, we're back to cool again. All right, so it'll go inside the wire clip here, and it stays away from the pinion gear and the spur gear, because we're going to make sure it does by keeping the wire tight. It should never fall into the gear. And I have a spot here I can run a zip tie, so we'll zip tie it so we'll ensure that it never falls into that gear. I don't have a dust cover. If I did, it'd be on there right now and I wouldn't even be sweating this, but because of the situation at hand. And then I'll probably have to move this receiver out of position here. Good thing it's Velcroed. Just move it back. Good thing it was Velcroed. The Velcro failed. I'm not going to sweat it right now. Just want to get it going. So now we need a battery. Do I have any with the Traxxas plug? I'm not 100% on that. That thing's done. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to modify a battery. It's not the end of the world, but can't use this battery. Alright, so we gotta get the soldering iron out. And I gotta strip one of these old plugs here. So while I wait for a soldering iron and reattach a battery plug, I won't have you guys wait for the soldering iron to heat up, but I will definitely show you how to solder the plug on, I guess. Or not. I'm not going to waste my time videoing some soldering. So the next time you see me, it'll be plugged in. Okay, so get your ESC in, get it hooked up, and we'll move forward from there. Alright, you guys, so we got the battery hooked up, everything's running. Unfortunately, this guy's not working, so I had to switch back to my broken radio, and that kind of sucks for the moment. I'll let that receiver sit and dry for a day or so. I might have got a little drip of water in there and might have destroyed it, might not have, don't know. So it's going to glitch because my other controller is got a short in it. Got to take it apart and see if I can fix it, hopefully. But everything's working fine, other than no reverse and a little surging from this the broken controller. So I'm gonna toss it on the floor and we're gonna give it a run. I don't really have anything I can crawl over. Could throw a couple cars down on the floor real quick and run those over. I guess that'll work. So yeah, just give me 1 second. I'll throw some cars on the floor and then we'll run this thing real quick. That should be enough. All right. Bear with me as I move the camera around. Good angle for it. There we go. Like I said, there's no reverse on this thing, so that really sucks. And I gotta adjust the steering. And then hit the switch. There we go. So definitely run some stuff over. So we'll move this stuff out of the way and we'll give it a quick little test on the speed run. Come on, one reverse. Wow, it goes a lot faster, that's for sure. Alright. So there it is, you guys. It's working fine. I can't flip this camera angle right this second, so you're going to have to bear with me. I'll take it out front here and see if we can see it go faster than in my garage. And this sucks because I'm having to use one hand. Yeah, and that's kind of why I don't like this chassis, is it tends to do this a lot. I wish the reverse would work and we could see it go forward in reverse, huh? Here, we'll go up this wet ramp right here. Or fall off of it. Go up it one more time and then we'll end this video. Now I've lost all helm. So this controller is absolute junk. Hopefully the other one will dry out and we'll be able to use it. Like we always say on RC on Track, like, share, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell and we'll see you on track.